Okay, let's do some examples. So what is 50% of 10? This should be automatic because we talked about it in the previous video how 50% just means half. So this is, in other words, saying what is half of 10, which is 5. But again, if you wanted to do it, straight up or however you want to call it, 50% of 10, convert the percentage to a decimal. Of means multiply, and then multiply it by 10, and that will also give you 5. All right, what percent of 100 is 30? So what percent of 100 equals 33? So I'll divide both sides by 100. I'll get x is equal to 33 out of 100. Well, that's equal to 0.33 when I do the division, 33 divided by 100. And if I want to express this decimal, which is my answer, as a percent, I would just move the decimal place over twice and write in a percent sign, so 33%. All right, 15 is 75% of what number? So 15 is equal to 75%, let's write that as a decimal, 0.75 of, multiply, what number? So I'm going to divide both sides by 0.75. These will cancel, and I will get x is equal to 20. All right, what is 24% of 9? Again, this means to multiply, so I'm going to convert this percent to a decimal, so 0.24 times 9, and that's going to give us our answer, which that comes out to be 2.16. All right, what percent of 5 is 5? So if we really wanted to write it out, but if you just read it, I think you can figure out what's going on here. What percent, so this is our percent, of 5 is equal to 5. So I'll divide both sides by 5. They cancel out on both sides, so we get x is equal to 1. Right? This is our decimal form of the percent that is our answer. So I'm just going to move the decimal place over twice to convert it to a percent, and we'll get x is equal to 100%. And that makes sense, right? What percent of 5 is 5? Well, 5 is 100% of 5. All right, and then last one here, 73 is 90% of what number? So 73 is equal to, I will convert 90% to decimal, 0.90, of, multiply, what number? So if I divide both sides by 0.90, they cancel here, and I will get x is equal to 81.111 repeating. So that should be good enough. Let's do a couple real world word problem examples. So if a football stadium has a capacity of 75,489, what is the minimum number of people needed for the stadium to be 90% sold out? So if it's 100% sold out, or if 100% of the seats of the capacity are sold out, then you have 75,489 people there. But what would 90% of full capacity be? So 90% of full capacity, right? I see of, we're multiplying, so we'll do 0.90 times full capacity, which is 75,489. Throw that into the calculator. That's going to give us 75,489. That will be 67,940.1 for being exact. But if we're going to, you can either round up or round down here. It just depends. So we can call it either 67,940 or 67,941, depending if you want to round up or down, because 0.1 of a person doesn't exist. So either one of these answers is probably fine. Okay, if a pitcher threw 60% of his pitches, which is 45 pitches, as strikes, So he threw 45 strikes, which is 60% of all the pitches he threw. How many total pitches did he throw in the entire game? Okay, so if we know that 60% of total pitches is equal to 45, just create an equation surrounding this, right? Let's convert our percentage to a decimal so we can work with it. So 0.60 of means to multiply. Total pitches, that's what we're trying to find. We don't know what that is. We'll call that x equals 45. Divide both sides by 0.60. They'll cancel. 0.60 over here. And I'll get x is equal to 45 over 0.60 is equal to 75 pitches. So he threw a total of 75 and 60% were strikes.